All right, people, hello and welcome. Welcome to this edition of Fun Video Gaming. I am Lyman, and tonight we are doing something a little bit different than my other recordings. Tonight we are playing a wonderful video game called Dying Light. Let me just get it set up here. I am hoping and praying that everything will go well with the recording. There will be no issues. Dying Light is basically I guess a typical zombie game. It is very fun, very intense, and I highly recommend, if you're going to play it, I highly recommend that you play it by yourself in the dark with either a good surround sound system or a very good stereo system, or maybe even better with headphones. I have a pretty good surround sound system here. I'm using headphones at the moment since I'm recording. You kind of need to have headphones when you're using a microphone. It is very much a horror video game. It is very scary at times. I don't get scared easy, but this game is pretty scary, I got to admit. And not just because you're dealing with zombies, but just the intensity of the game. A lot of times you got to run real fast and get away from the enemies and so forth. And that's one of the reasons why I like it. I like that thrill. I like that action. One thing to note is that the language in this game can get kind of bad, so you may need to think about that before letting your younger kids playing the game. I would love to have my little kids play this game just for fun. It's almost like watching a horror movie, but the language is pretty bad, so I don't really let them play the game. And my other kind of a gripe with the game possibly is that the character development really could have been a lot better. You basically get skills that you can choose, and we're going to go through that. I'm going to be starting from the beginning. I'm going to be playing on the hardest difficulty, which is Nightmare. But basically you can get up to, in your normal leveling, you can get up to level 25. But most of your good skill choices stop around 13th, 14th level. So between 14th and maybe 23, 24, 25, 25th level, you're not really at all going to be developing your character anymore. And we'll probably see that as we get into it. But I mean, other than those two things, the game is great. It's virtually full multiplayer capable. The only part of the multiplayer that is not full multiplayer is that the only the person hosting the game, only that person is going to be able to save the game and have it saved on their Xbox. Anyone who is joined in, it's not going to save their quests for their characters. Their characters and their levels and their items will all be saved, but not their quests. So if you are starting from the beginning, you and a few friends, and you are hosting, and your friends are joined into your game as you're playing, once the game ends and you stop playing, the quests are saved on your character, but not on theirs. If they choose to play by themselves or host their own game, none of those quests are going to be saved on their characters. So that's just one thing to keep in mind if you're going to be playing multiplayer. You can join in with other people. Once again, though, I don't think any of the quests are going to be saved on yours. So, you know, you might want to think about that before joining other people's games. You know, if you're going to join just other people's games just for fun, or just for, you know, just to hack around, that's fine, to kill zombies, but without being able to save the quests for your character, you won't advance as far as the campaign goes. So I guess we'll just start up now, and I'll try and point other things out along the way. I have played most of this game already. There is a lot, though, as far as the quests go, there is a lot that I've already done, but there's also a lot that I haven't done. I haven't beaten the game yet. I've gotten kind of far, so I'm going to play it on Nightmare, and I will just start it up here. And it's saying hardcore is only for the most hardcore players and the best weapons. I don't know. I don't know about that. It is hard on Nightmare level, but it's not impossibly hard. It's just you really gotta play well. Okay, so yes, I am going to do that.
HUD activated. Commence briefing.
Approaching Harad.
Data on the subject, Kadir Suleiman, a local political figure hired to maintain order after the outbreak. His brother Hassan died in a disease-related incident before we were able to evacuate him. Suleiman blamed the GRE for Hassan's death. He stole a highly sensitive file which became his bargaining chip against the GRE, with instructions to publicize it if anything happened to him. Data on the subject, the stolen file.
Jump in 10 seconds.
It details the incomplete process of synthesizing a cure for the virus. If implemented in its current state, the produced substance may be extremely toxic.
Now.
Also, the file contains full description of the virion's structure. Any attempt to use it would result in countless lives lost. It must be recovered. Further information, current status. Suleiman sent the file to an associate unknown to us, with instructions to publicize it at his command at any time. To counter that, we instituted a citywide communication jam, preventing him from publicizing the file. Your GRE-issued radio can overcome that jamming. It is your lifeline. Do not lose it. Suleiman has since gone underground and begun using a different name. We have reason to believe he now leads one of the two main factions operating within the city. You are to find Suleiman and locate the stolen file in order to save mankind from a disaster of unprecedented proportions.
I told you that wasn't a normal drop shoot.
Break his legs, then take him to rides.
Back up! All of you!
Stop! Loud noises draw them. Fall back! Fall back! Come on! We have to move!
Let's get him off the street.
Get the door open!
Tower, this is Jade. Get sickbay ready. Got a guy with a bad head wound and a bite on one arm.
Oh shit, Amir's hurt?
Amir is gone. But I'm bringing in someone who might still survive.
One of us?
We'll see.
So some of that is a little bit important if you want to follow the storyline. I didn't really realize it until I got kind of a good part way through the game before I realized I needed to go back and re-watch that movie, which you could probably do, but basically you're being sent in by something called the GRE, which is called the Global Relief Effort. They are sending you in to find a guy named Suleiman, who kind of betrayed the GRE, and he's kind of, he stole some kind of secret file, and you have to find him and get the file back. The entire city, basically, well, everyone is, for some reason, they're zombies. They all turned into zombies. Nobody really knows what caused it or whatever, so you just kind of gotta deal with the zombies as you go. But yes, so you parachuted in. The local government is different from the GRE. The local government wants to basically, well, they kind of feel maybe the best option is to just wipe out the city, blow it all up, and take out all the zombies and everything like that. But the GRE has been basically sending in supplies to help the few people that still remain alive. Okay, so just a little bit of background storyline as we go here. So here we go. Yeah, and I got bit.
You pinch him. You're scared. I'm not scared. Then pinch him. He blinked. What? He blinked again. What if he's a zombie? Ah! Zombie! Run!
So that woman saved us, and her friend Amir got killed while trying to save us. And just basically just woke up. In case you're wondering, I am playing on the Xbox, but I am streaming it to my Windows 10 on my computer, on my PC.
You sleep for 3 days like a dead man, then scare children? Off to a great start, 31.
Where am I?
In paradise, can't you see? Okay, enough joking around. Head to room 190. The boss will brief you.
What do you mean, 31?
Ask the boss.
That's your number.
Excuse me?
Your number. You're the 31st infected. I'm the 18th. Everything is counted here. 1 fewer doses of antizin. 1 more new infected. 1 more runner gone.
So you're number 31. But honestly, they never went anywhere with that part of the storyline. I don't know why they threw it in there.
Amir died because of this guy? Quiet. Oh, fuck quiet. Now he's gonna get Amir's antizin.
It's getting picked off one by one.
And you are?
Crane, 31.
Oh, right. How's your head?
My head?
Got it. Listen up. Until the boss says so, you are not on the list. So go talk to him ASAP and let's get things moving. Now, if you'll excuse me.
What is he talking about? I gotta go see the boss in room 190. That's headquarters, room 190. this was just about the first game that I played on the Xbox One. And I have to admit, I was really impressed with the graphics. I'm hoping you can see these graphics well on your end, but pretty much I have been a PC gamer.
Kelly, what the hell is a hold-up?
Pretty much been a PC gamer my whole life. So when I went to the Xbox One, I wasn't expecting graphics to be all that great, but these graphics are really, really good. I was really impressed.
I'm looking for the boss. Is he in there?
Oh, you're 31. Go on in.
Alright. 31. The name's Crane, buddy. Your name is Crane, by the way. A good zombie is a dead zombie.
Hey, I'm looking for the... Are you the boss?
What, am I too young? You got the problem with my age?
No, You wanted to talk to me?
That's better. Do you remember anything? Know what you are?
Yeah, I can see this is some kind of shelter.
We call it the Tower. Brecken and his runners put it all together a couple of months ago, and we've been here ever since. Hunting airdrops, scavenging, and rescuing people.
Yeah, I wanted to thank that girl.
Good, because if not for her, you'd already be chewing somebody's knee bone. Your Anderson was totally crushed, by the way. Only thing Jade could salvage was your radio.
Oh, great. So can I get that back, please?
Actually, I think I need it more than you do.
Believe me, pal, that's not the case.
Fine. Take it. You know my runners put their lives in danger for guys like you. So now you take the Anderson meant for someone else, and you won't even share your gear with us? I don't have time to deal with your bullshit. I've lost contact with one of our guys thanks to the fucked up radios we're stuck with. Do something for me, would you? I don't want to see you or your precious radio anymore, so go be useful somewhere else. We don't tolerate lazy assholes here in the tower.
Hey, be fair. I'm not lazy. I'm just, hey, boss.
Save it. That last guy I mentioned, he's only on the 13th floor, but he might as well be trapped in a mine cave-in. Come back later. And I'm not the boss. Too young, remember? I'm Rahim. Brecken's in charge here.
So... pretty nice view. I said, I don't know how well you can see these graphics on your end, but pretty nice for... I wasn't expecting the graphics to be this good on Xbox One.
I'm not lazy, you little shit.
So now I gotta check for a lost survivor on the 13th floor.
What did the zombie say to his date?
Oh god, dude, enough with these stupid jokes.
But what did he say? What did he say? Try guessing.
Shit, I don't know. That he loves women with brains or something?
Man, you are a genius.
Hardly.
So what did the zombie say to his date? Says he likes women with brains.
Where do you think you're going? The 13th floor. I'm getting some stuff for Raheem.
13? Shit. There's gonna be some dirty work. But we all got to pull our weight around here, huh?
So yeah, the language just, you know, the language is what it is. Just, if you don't like that kind of language, just cover your ears.
Jesus. How many people died here? Crane here.
Where were you? We've been waiting for your report. It's been over 70 hours.
I lost my radio for a while. Don't worry, my cover's intact. No contact with the tower's leader yet. Unable to confirm identity. I'm taking steps to blend in.
Acknowledged. Time is of the essence, Crane. Remember that.
There's one more thing. I got bitten. I've shown no symptoms, but the people here say I'm infected.
Then you'd better get your hands on some antizin ASAP.
Help! Help! Somebody! What the hell?
So if you get bitten by a zombie, you become infected, but you don't turn into a zombie right away. It takes a little while for it to set in, at least it's supposed to. You can take something called antizin to kind of slow the process. Some supplies generally here and there. Let me see something. I gotta see if I can turn the gamma up just a little bit. Just because it's, I don't know how well you can see it on your end, but on my end it's a little tough to see anything, especially in the dark. I'm gonna turn a little bit of the music on. Normally I don't have the music on in this game. I'll keep it on for a little while. I don't know how much better you can see. I can see a little bit better. But sometimes it's better that way, be playing in the dark. Now, how do you suppose that wall got blown out like that?
I cut my arm, getting away from him. Oh, God. You had to kill him, didn't you? God damn it! That was That was my brother. I came down to see him and...
Easy, easy. It's all right now. I'll get help. Hey, Raheem, this is Crane. I'm down here on 13. Listen, this guy of yours got fucked up pretty bad getting away from a zombie.
Oh shit. 31? You went after Mark? Is it safe down there?
Yeah, well, it's safe enough now.
Okay, don't move. I'm sending Lena downstairs.
Hey, hold still. Lena will be here any minute.
Gauze. You've got to find some gauze. Oh, and alcohol. Combine them. That will stop the bleeding. Please hurry.
I try to stay calm, okay? I'll be right back.
So it's teaching me how to craft a med kit. Gotta find gauze and alcohol. Alright, there's some gauze. Now I gotta find some alcohol. There's no encumbrance in this game, so you can have virtually unlimited amount of stuff. You can carry like 20 guns or whatever. So you might as well just pick up everything. All these different things that I'm picking up, they are different components to various things that you can make. You can make little traps, you can make small bombs, you can make grenades. So just pick up everything that you find. And you got a flashlight too that you can use.
Okay, I think that's everything I'm gonna find. Let's give this a shot.
Okay, I found both the alcohol and the gauze. And you use those two to make a med kit. Alright, so basically it's telling me, I can't show you right now, but this is a blueprint for a med kit. So you just make it. And now I have made it. Normally you would use it on yourself to heal your wounds, but instead, or at this point, I'm going to give it on to this guy.
Okay, who's hurt?
He's bleeding pretty bad.
Let me see him. Gauze and alcohol, huh? Pretty primitive, but it'll work.
Thanks for the help. I'll take care of him from here.
Well done, 31.
Alright. I'll go back to find Rahim.
Hey, 31. Not bad for a new guy. Perhaps I misjudged you.
I just want to help out and repay you guys for what you did for me.
Well, good. Come find me, and we'll talk about how you can do that.
Once again, hope you don't mind the language too much.
All right, taken care of. Piece of cake. What else you got for me?
Well, let me think.
Rahim, you are just smart enough to be dangerous, you know that? Omar told me about your plans for the nest. Explosive charges? Really?
What? Explosives?
Oh,
I never
please.
said that.
You can't tell a convincing lie to save your life.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah? You think you can't die?
You're not my mom.
No, I'm not. Our mom's dead. So you might want to be a little nicer to me since I'm the only family you have left. Especially now that Amir is gone.
You're Jade, right?
Right.
I just wanted to thank you for what you did for me and tell you how sorry I am for your loss. I owe you and Amir my life.
Yeah, you do. You want to return the favor? Keep my dipshit brother from killing himself. No explosives, Rahim.
So,
is that enough? Do I get to talk to Brecken now?
first, go change your clothes. I left some new ones for you in your room. You're in 194.
Something wrong with what I'm wearing?
You need something that fits the job Brecken wants you to do. Call me when you've changed.
Find some new clothes, okay. 194. $194. Okay, this little thing is kind of like your stash. There are various ones that you'll find throughout the city. Basically, they're all connected. So if you put something in one stash, you can access it from any other stash in the city. Kind of like a little bit of a, I don't know. It kind of might take you out of immersion a little bit, but I don't know. Anyways, it's just a place to put extra gear if you don't want to carry it around. But there's almost, in many ways I found there's almost no reason to necessarily use it, because you can carry as much stuff as you want. There's no encumbrance, there's no weight. I guess maybe the only reason why you might want to put some stuff in there is maybe if you just don't want to have 1,000 items in your inventory and you just want to get rid of some stuff and you don't want to sell it. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so put on some fresh clothes.
Okay, Rahim, I'm ready. Where do I find Brecken?
Not so fast, 31. If you're going to earn your keep, we have to find out if you've got the skills. So get your ass up to the gym. It's on the top floor. Just a couple flights up.
Trying to get used to all these buttons. I haven't played the game in a while, so just trying to remember which button goes to which. I usually try and keep them all the same.
kind of stupid question is this?
It's a joke, obviously.
Another one. Ah, God.
Well, never finished the joke.
Raheem, I don't see you. Where are you?
Those. Well, what are you waiting for? Get over here.
Meet Raheem on the tower, on the other building. Hope you're not scared of heights, because if you are, this game may very well not be for you. It looks very realistic. I don't have a phobia to heights necessarily, but I am definitely a little bit unnerved looking over the edge. I don't know why it just told me that. Maybe it's because I started up a new game.
You want to feel right at home? A crane? On a crane.
Okay, no problem. Just don't look down. Don't look down.
Welcome to our gym. First things first, you've got to learn how to run.
What do you mean, learn how to run?
Just do what I say, all right? Now, jump down to the very bottom.
Are you nuts? I'd kill myself.
Don't be a wimp.
Come on, you can't be serious.
Watch this.
Raheem!
My leg!
Jesus, don't move! I'll get help!
Ha! I was just fucking with you.
Son of a bitch!
What? You can't take a joke? Come on! Get your ass down here!
Christ on a crutch.
Okay. Jump down.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
It's a rush, isn't it? But don't blow your load just yet. There's more. To survive outside, you got to take advantage of the terrain. Most eaters suck at climbing, so the harder the terrain is, the better for you. I've got some typical situations set up for you. Let's see how you handle them.
So basically what this was supposed to show you is if you've got to jump off or fall off from a really high place, if you jump down onto something like this, it will break your fall and you won't take any damage. They don't really tell you that. Wish they did.
Sometimes it's better to crawl through the low, narrow passages. Eaters will have a tough time following you.
Try not to slow down once you start running. Outside, if you stop, you're probably dead. Not bad for a noob.
And this is just designed to get you familiar with the controls.
All right, get up on that scaffold. And don't fall, because there sure as hell ain't no net.
Okay. This part can be a little tricky.
That's my favorite. Cat grab and muscle up. You won't survive outside for 10 minutes if you can't do that.
Okay, part of this is a little puzzle coming up for the next couple of minutes. If you don't want to see how it's done and you want to play this by yourself, I would suggest fast forwarding just a little bit. Before I do anything, I am going to turn down that music just a little bit. I don't mind a little bit, but yeah, this next part coming up is kind of a puzzle, so fast forward if you don't want to see how it's done. Here I go. This is the point to stop it and fast forward.
Good job. Okay, time for the real test. Get back to the crane. Make use of anything and everything while you run. Okay, that's enough. You've got some serious natural talent, man. Either that, or you've done this before. You done this before?
Hardly. The closest I ever came to this was running track in high school.
Well, then you're a fucking prodigy. Never seen anything like it.
Once again, I apologize for the language. It's probably the only thing about the game that I really don't like. I think they threw a lot of that bad language in there just because they just wanted to put it in there. A lot of it sounds out of place.
What's happening to me? Shit.
Shit. Talk to me. What's going on?
Something went wrong. Raheem, what just happened to me?
Oh shit. I bet you're having your first seizure. Just get back over here.
Don't look down.
Raheem, what the fuck was that? Does this mean I'm turning?
Most likely no. At least not yet. Seizures remind you that you're infected. You better go see Dr. Zero though. He'll check you out, probably give you a shot of antizin. Before you head out to Caesarea, talk to the quartermaster. He'll gear you up so you can go outside without getting your head bitten off.
Take the elevator down to the ground floor.
What do you get from a zombie during the winter?
I don't know, and I don't want to know.
Try guessing.
Some kind of winter infection?
Frostbite.
Frostbite.
Alright, they've given me an actual job. And nobody suspects I'm not who I say I am. So far, so good. And once Dr. Zera helps me manage these symptoms I'm dealing with, I'll be even better.
So now the screen has changed a little bit. It's showing me various things. Got your inventory. Things in your backpack. Equipped items. These are your crafting parts that you can use to make various things with. Use your quests. This is the map. Can zoom in or zoom out. Your skill points. Okay, you've got basically 3 different skills that you can go up in. Survivor, agility, and power. Your survivor rank basically goes up from accomplishing things, fulfilling quests, doing various things out in the city. And I've done a few now, so if you see, I've got 750 experience points. I need 1,000 to get to next level. It's just because of some of the things I've done. When you go up a level, you get to choose a skill, and it tells you what skill level you need to be at in order to choose it. Agility basically comes from like running, dodging, I think throwing things. So, and power, I think basically comes from just fighting, combat, things like that. So when you do things, perform certain actions out in the field, you will gain experience points as you do them. And I believe that by default the game shows you how many experience points you get when you do things. So if you kill a zombie, you'll get a few points for experience points for power and a few experience points for agility. The survivor, basically, like I said, that only goes up from when you accomplish things, when you fulfill quests, things like that. If you save people, you'll get survivor points. And as you look, basically your ultimate power comes at level 24, 25, somewhere in there. But the thing that I mentioned in the beginning is basically if you look at all of the skills, all of these, almost all of them they go up through level 14 or so. And then after 13, 14, there's nothing. It goes right from 13, 14 to 25, 24. So as you get past level 14, which I think is this one, there's nothing. There are no more skills to really get. Now, you will have skills points that you could have that you'll be able to put into some of these skills, but basically there's no new ones. And I really wish that they hadn't done that with the game. I think this one is the same way. That's level 11, that's 11, that's 12. 13, 12, 13, and then it goes to 24. And I think the same thing is true with Survivor. Level 12, 11, 13, 12, 14, and then to 25. So there's nothing from, no new ones from level 14 to level 25. This legendary one, I believe, okay, this one, you can't access it. You don't even know what's behind here. I believe you start getting points for this when you've gotten one of your ultimates from, I believe it's one of these. I'm not really 100% sure about that, but basically you can't start accessing your legendary skill levels until basically towards when you're really, really powerful. Oops. And then blueprints. Blueprints are basically things that you can make from supplies that you find out in the field. We already figured out how to make one thing. We figured out how to make a med kit. And you'll discover various blueprints for other things as you play. Right now, the only blueprint that we have is for a med kit, but you'll be able to find blueprints for things like flares, like I said, grenades and stuff, various weapon upgrades. You can make weapon upgrades, and we're going to do all that as we go. So right now,
It used to be a really nice town, you know?
we'll just see what's around here. We gotta talk to the quartermaster. You are not the quartermaster. This is a place for bounties. After the storyline, main storyline is complete, you can go for bounties. I have not completed the main storyline yet, so I don't know anything about bounties yet. Quartermaster.
Oh, you're the new scout. Rahim radioed me about you.
Yeah, that's me. Name's Crane.
I'm not gonna bother learning your name till you survived a few days, but here, this is for you. By the way, word around the tower is you're just another deadbeat in line for food or antizin. By which I mean, the people here don't much like you. But don't blame them. It's easy to get paranoid when you're isolated. And since somebody's jamming communications to the outside, there's plenty of paranoia to go around. Whole damn city with nobody to call for help but ourselves. You bring me some supplies from the airdrops, though, and you'll see people change their tunes in a hurry. That shit's a game changer.
Thanks. I'll bear that in mind. Listen, is there anything else? I'm in a bit of a rush.
Also, if you're looking to get more popular, you can try helping folks. Do a few favors, they might like you more. Might even find a woman. Keep you warm at night.
Okay, so he gave us a weapon. A quartermaster generally has some spare stuff that he gives you every once in a while. Free items every day. Visit him if you run low on supplies. So we're going to take his gas pipe, a lockpick, medkit, metal parts. Alright. Now we need to get a shot of antizin from Dr. Zare. Alright. So on the quests, I got a quest it will show me on the map where to go. So I've got to go right here.
Going outside, yeah? Okay, new guy, be careful out there. We've lost too many already.
Okay, noob. You've got Dr. Zera set up in a semi-trailer on a fenced-in playing court. When you leave the tower, hang a left and head due south. You can't miss it.
It's Crane, kid.
All right. Crane. Just keep moving. There's no time to take in the sights. And try not to make too much noise. Sound attracts those fuckers.
So one of the little things that you have is you have something called a survivor sense. And basically you press it and the direction, basically it lights up where you need to go, wherever your current objective is. It will also highlight or show you some certain types of zombies that you might find. But we won't get into that until a little bit later. So that orange thing that just showed up, that's where I've got to go. Little supply chests here and there hold some goodies. They come back and respawn after a while, so if you search a chest at one point, later on it will be probably have more stuff in it. Dead zombies hold a little bit of goodies sometimes. I made it. This area is a safe zone. Any of the safe zones that you get into, the zombies cannot get inside.
Doctor? Hello? Anybody there?
Camden, are you there?
So I'm supposed to get a vaccine?
What? No. Suppressant. It's called antizin. Suppresses the symptoms. Here, sit. Antizin postpones the inevitable. Best the GRE could do.
Inevitable? So there's no cure?
It's a variation of rabies. There's no cure right now. But you see, I've been running tests on both antizin and infected tissue. A cure is possible. Definitely possible.
Oh shit, you really think you can figure it out?
With Dr. Camden's help, yes. I think so. Now where did I put that injector?
Who's Dr. Camden?
A colleague trapped in Sector 0, where the outbreak first, well, broke out. We've been collaborating via radio, though we would have made more progress if the connection were better. Also, if my earlier experiments had borne fruit. I tried injecting recombined versions of the virus into chunks of meat and leaving them around the city, hoping some of the infected would eat them so I could observe and document the results.
But they didn't?
It bore no fruit. I'm ashamed that I wasted so much time on it. No reason to hold any antizin in reserve now. In any case, all right. I'm quite busy, so on your way now. What was I doing?
So there is no cure.
Speed keeps you alive, so don't...
Rahim, Zara checked me out and gave me another shot.
Okay, great. That ought to hold you. For a while. Which is good, because I'm starting to get used to the idea of bossing you around. So, time for a real trial. Go talk to Spike. You'll find him near Zera's truck. He's got the first real job for you.
Okay, so I've got enough survivor points to go up a level. So here I am, I'm going to choose my first skill point. I'm going to choose this one because it's the only one that I can choose. You don't have to if you don't want to choose them, but you can hold on to them, you can store them. Alright, so by choosing that skill, I've learned how to craft a few new things. So now I can craft, I can make crafting, making, I can craft lockpicks. I need metal parts to do that. I can craft firecrackers, Molotov potions, throwing stars.
Hey, Spike? I'm Crane.
Just what I need. More unskilled labor. All right, shut up and pay attention. There are two types of airdrops. One has food, first aid supplies, survival gear, and such. The other kind is filled with antizin. The GRE sends in a one-way video feed that lets us know when they're on the way. But the trouble is, the airdrops with antizin keep getting raided by Rise's thugs. And without antizin, we're basically screwed. Rise and his boys only operate during the day because going out after dark is a dandy way to get killed. But the next two antizin drops are coming down right at sunset tonight, and Brecken means to go after them. This may be our only chance to reach the airdrop.
What's my part here?
Well, as I said, going out at night is basically suicide. Or it would be if I hadn't been setting up safe zones and traps out there for weeks now, which I have. Now, Brecken and his team will be okay tonight so long as you get out there now and arm those traps. That's your part.
All right. What are these traps and how do I arm them?
You'll see. I'll be talking you through it. Just remember, without these traps, Brecken won't survive the night. And if he doesn't come back with antizin, we are lost. Before you head out there, grab some firecrackers. Made them myself. They make a fine distraction if you get in trouble.
Right, got the firecrackers. Okay, so it's saying I gotta go to the orange, towards that orange marker is where I've gotta go. Okay, I am going to try to keep these recordings to 1 hour apiece. And my hour is just about up. But this is a good little introduction to the game. I think it's pretty fun game. I played most of it multiplayer with a friend of mine. I hosted and he joined for the most part. So unfortunately, his character didn't have any of the quests saved for his character, because they only save on the host's character. So his character that he's got basically quest-wise is more or less starting from the beginning. He's still whatever level he was at, but and he's got the items that he's had and stuff. It saves all that. It just doesn't save the quest information, unfortunately. But I am going to end it here for today, and we will pick it up again next time. Oh, the other thing I probably should have mentioned, I am not using the expansion. From what I was told, the expansion, basically, it doesn't add on any new quests or anything like that. It just adds on, I think, just equipment, items, things like that. And so that didn't really appeal to me. So I never bought it. If it added on more quests and more content to the storyline, I'd have gotten it, but it didn't add on any of that. So let's see. Gotta figure out. Oops. Okay. All right. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. Well, thank you very much for watching. It was a lot of fun for me. Go out and try this game. It's not too bad. I'm going to be making more recordings and stuff, so if you want to keep watching, that would be great. Okay, I will see you on the next episode. Bye-bye.